Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at windy.com on December 30th, 2021 at 4:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are in Shanghai, China with the highest level of PM 2.5 I've ever seen. 321 meters cubed in Shanghai. Oh my gosh. That is horrific. I don't even know what to think right now. Please keep these people in your prayers and in your thoughts. By all means, this right here, there's going to be a lot of people dying very soon. You're going to hear of a lot of cancers coming out of this region right here. Neurological disorders, everything. Please look into PM 2.5, find out exactly what it is and how deadly it is and the safe levels. Hint, there is no such thing as safe levels, just how long you're exposed to it. That blows my mind. Our second runner-up is actually not just, there's another place, of course, right here in China, but also over here in India or near Pakistan. I thought that was high until I actually zoomed in and saw that was pretty high too. Over here we're looking in the 60s, I believe. Oh, excuse me, 225. I was off. Goodness gracious. But we also got some pretty high levels of nitrous dioxide right in the same area. 186.62. We are completely off the charts for maximum amount of exposure for nitrous dioxide, NO2. These are the highest ones, along with over here. We're looking pretty high as well. Man, oh man, and over here in Iran, those are some pretty high numbers. Look at that, 180. Ooh, I know I saw 180 on there. My goodness, that's not good. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh my goodness. Not good, folks. Not good at all. Please keep humankind in general in your prayers, especially people in India, China, and Iran. This is not good whatsoever. Let's take a quick look at some solar weather and see if we can, oh man. We're having some spikes all over. Look at Spain's going off. Italy's going off. We got some high numbers here. Ooh, it's got to make you wonder, what in the world are they doing besides literally poisoning us to death? It actually looks like as the sun is starting to turn around, it's starting to expose a nice, clear time. Looks like we're going to be having a little bit of a quiet down. Remember, this is where we got our flare and our little coronal mass ejection from 2919. Not a whole lot coming at us, but it looks like it's starting to clear up. So these are going to be going around, and looks like we're going to be looking at a few days possibly of clearing up where we're not going to have a whole lot of activity. Hopefully, I'll keep my eye out for this guy, even though it's not named. Hopefully it doesn't develop into something like this. So we can come over here, again, spaceweatherlive.com, and we will come over here to our solar flares, and it looks like we are calming right down. Oh, come on now. There we are. Yep, looks like we're calming down. We're back down into living in a constant state of B flare. Got a pretty high B, a B 8.39, which that's tolerable. There's nothing too bad about that. I'll take it. Then, of course, checking out Lasko C2 and C3, we can see a nice little friend right here. That's one of our little bird UFOs, our little war birds of prey, if you will. And let's advance a little bit forward. We actually have a pretty decent Borg cube covered up by the disk. There you go. Here's our Borg cube with his light bending. There's something that happened that they didn't want us to see. Got a couple other little ones here and there, but that's it. And then coming over here to Lasko C3. Whoop, hold on a second there, buddy. Pause it. Jeez. Getting a little excited, wouldn't it? Now, as you can see here, it goes from 2206, and what do we see here? See that Memorex line? Or that light bending line where they're trying to bend it off? Oh yeah. And there's, 6 hours of missing data. And then here, you can actually see the square. Right here. See how he's got that light bend on him? Let's see if I can. See him? Right here. Right there, plain as day. So we got quite a bit of missing data. And then actually, if you notice over here, you'll see the energy wave or the plasma going out into space. See it moving out? So there was something that happened. They didn't want us to see it. Or something that came out of our sun that they didn't want us to see. We do have a few friends to take a look. Oh, there's another Borg cube bending light. Bzz. Little jerks. And right around 12:30, we got a pretty decent one. Come on now. There we are. We got a decent one coming here, and obviously he's right here at the head of it. And in the very next frame, we got a decent one here with his little trail of his little la 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 la, whatever you want, droplets, whatever you want to call it. But yep, it looks like he's going this way, but it's kind of hard to decipher exactly which direction he's going. Got a couple more friends here and there, but overall, oh, look at that. Overall, it's looking pretty quiet out by our star today, which, honestly, I'm alright with. I got some other exciting news. And we are over here at Seeds, ladies and gentlemen, and this is something to behold. I'll tell you what, this came off the backside of the sun. Thank God. That's all I've got to say. Watch the size of that coronal hole. Or coronal mass ejection, excuse me. Look at that dense, nasty beast. Holy cow. That's why it wasn't showing up on Lasko C3. They didn't want us to see that. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is a freaking hoss of a freaking amount of plasma. Like, look at that. I'm almost lost for words. Goodness. Woo. Let's be thankful to God that this wasn't coming our way, folks. Like, seriously. You can you can see here where it kind of looks difficult to tell, but when you see here, this obviously is the light, and you can see the shadow behind it, which indicates that it is going off behind us. So you can see it coming off from behind the screen or the veil of light. You can see it coming off behind us. My gosh, that is a crap ton. Whoa. Let's go check out the next day, shall we? Of course, the first disappointment. They start off at 5 a.m. in the morning. So that's 7 hours of missing data with seeds. So that's kind of a disappointment. Let's see if we can see that in another. I don't think we're going to be able to see it from stereo ahead, but we can at least go take a look. Nothing major going on over here, except for obviously they've got the gray bar here trying to. There's something here that they didn't want us to see over here that apparently had appeared, and then the same thing here. Not sure what it is, but it must have been significant for them to want to cover it up. Here we are, Seeds, looking at stereo ahead, and we will actually find a couple of really interesting things here. First, to note, we can see some kind of a round object here, and we can kind of see it here. It's not the greatest in detail, but you get the idea. You can see it pushing off there on the right side of the screen here. You can see it pushing off. Nice large round object, that's for sure. And you can see it on the left side of our screen there in the black and white. But one of the other things to take of note is something happened right over here. It's kind of that's one large object, that's a big object, but who knows. But let's see, where is he? We actually have a really good UFO here on stereo ahead that shows up right here. Haven't seen one this large in size here on stereo head, so this is kind of a rare gem. It's nice to have that. Of course, they gray it out over here with the little gray box, and then the very next well, where's it at? There it is. And then we've got another guy right here coming out, which is also quite nice. And I know there's something in here that's a little. There's another one right down here, and if you look around it, it looks like he's bending the light almost. Look at that. Almost looks like a square, doesn't it? Just like that. Almost like this is one of the Borg cubes right here. It also looks like a QR code, doesn't it? So, yeah, that's kind of a neat find. We don't seem to see a whole lot of those, which I'm alright with. Let's go take a look. Uh-oh, Looks like we got another one sneaking in over here on the last frame. Let's take a look at him. Very interesting. If you kind of look, you can kind of almost see how it goes like this and crosses over this way, like this. Like maybe these might be the lights of the craft or something. I don't know. It's very interesting to see, though. Let's go take a look at today's from Stereohead. And this is about the most interesting thing that we're going to take a look at right here is this right here. Nice little ray of light, and then there's something that's, I don't know if it's space here or if maybe there's something here that's blocking the light. I don't know what that is, but it's not coming off the sun, which is supposedly the brightest object in space, but apparently not. So this is some form of energy, one way, shape, or form. But now let's get to the exciting stuff. And this is very exciting for me. For those of you who know that I am a follower of Michael Tillinger, I sent him an email actually, stating that I wanted to thank him for all of his good work and his hard work and research for the greater good of mankind, and still staying humble in the process. And I was showing him that I found evidence to support his work on somatic shape energy fields on radar, showing that I found it. I found some of it, and that every one of the anomalies has got star forts near them, or in the middle of them, somewhat. And then letting him know about Havana, Cuba, and that where there was 4 of them. And so he actually, guess what? Responded. And I'm very excited about it. Here's a video that I actually made for him personally, showing him, the different star forts and where they are, and showing them ripples in the water, different designs of, it's called a cochial spiral, which we also have inside of our ear, right here. And then also this is a flow of energy. Okay, so I had to share this with him in my Google Drive, and he responded in kind and said, basically, hi, thanks very much for the info, that it was really fascinating and new to him, so he had no idea. And then asked me a couple of questions on the map, why is this going on here? Why is this like this? And says, we definitely have to investigate, and he asked me to do the same. And, he's letting us know that he's going to be doing some more stuff with the Taurus stones, and that he'll be sharing on his video soon. So it's very interesting that he says that he's saying that the pulse wave in Havana is very close, or is very clearly a Taurus energy field, similar to what we see on a Forrestal lens looking at a magnet. It is moving inwards and clockwise, so it seems that the energy is flowing into Havana from the sky. But more investigation is needed. That's very interesting. So it is drawing it in from the sky to Havana. That is awesome. I don't care what anybody says or what anybody thinks. That's good stuff. So needless to say, I'm very excited. Havana, Cuba has definitely helped to pay off. I'm hoping that he and I can do some more investigations on this. I happen to have a friend of mine who was a meteorologist at one point in the military, and I'm actually going to be asking him for his advice and for his input to seeing if he and I can help put it together and bring it to Michael Tillinger, so that he and I can actually come together and have a meeting, a Zoom conference meeting, and we can actually go over my findings. So things are always looking up, and the thing is, folks, don't ever think that you can't contribute. No matter how small, even if you happen to change one mind, and you happen to bring one mind to the light and open someone's eyes, even one person can make a difference. And that's all I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to make a difference in any way that I can. I do help to stimulate questions and open the minds of others one at a time, as many as possible. And that's why I have this channel, to try and stimulate thinking, to stimulate asking questions of things we don't know, and to open eyes and minds and hearts, and joining with others to do the same, and trying to help solve why we have amnesia, so that we can all kind of come together in love and in unity. So remember, love is the only way forward. Never give up. Everyone is worth saving, and everyone can make a difference. Love ya.